Yeah, but that was a huge bucket.
It was. It was pretty heavy. I took it to Walmart. I'm like, this coin thing works, right?
Ooh.
Did the coin star?
It was free though because I got a gift card. They only charge you if you get cash.
Yeah, if you get a gift card to the store, then you
really?
get full. You get full. Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
That's how it works. Motherfucking coin store! Get that money, get that money, money.
If you want the straight cash, then it's like 2% or whatever.
Tits and ass! Straight cash! That's my new... the new band. Tits and ass, straight cash.
That's how you introduce yourself now when you walk into a room? Tits and ass, straight cash!
If I was an 80s rocker, my name would be Straight Cash. I would have hair down to here. It would be permed all to hell. And it would be Straight Cash. My name would be Straight Cash.
So that would be ironic, actually. Straight and the cash part.
Yeah,
you would need a wig.
A wig? Thank you, dickhead. Welcome to Distracted Gaming Podcast now.
That was the meanest thing I fucking heard. Oh my God.
Episode 50.
You just totally brought down episode 50.
I'm glad we started like this.
Man, don't punch down. We say that all the time, don't punch down.
Oh my
First
God.
off, I'm like a foot taller than her. She's not punching down.
She's punching straight in.
I never realized it because all women's shoes are built like this, right? So I never realized it until we're in like the shower or something. I'm like, you're fucking short as shit.
I've never worn heels, to be fair. I never let you. Yeah, I never lied to you.
Yeah, but even the tennis shoes have like.
They got
platforms.
some extra there, yeah.
I should just wear my hooker boots and see how.
Also, all my tennis shoes are like 10 years old. And
Let's
go back to the hooker boots.
No. Let's go back to being in the shower.
Let's take it way back. Shower.
Well, first off, I'm very hairy. Secondly, I don't scape.
Hey, let's try this intro again.
Welcome to the Distracted Gaming Boom! I cannot believe we've come this far.
Right? It's like it took us just over a year.
We totally missed the year anniversary.
We did.
Totally fucking missed that shit.
But we bring you this, the 50th episode.
You whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, right.
Welcome to the podcast, a show that's about games and listen to cool stuff. Over here, as per always, all 50 episodes, Chad!
That's me, baby!
Woo!
That's me!
Yeah!
Yeah, he doesn't even have all 50.
Well, technically, the quarter episode I did while you were gone isn't part of that 50. So
you're still a quarter of an episode. You're still up on me by a quarter of an episode.
by a quarter of an episode.
However, I'm up on you on sketches by about 4,000.
That's true. Yeah, good point. There you go.
Returning, thankfully, buddy, Walter! They're being all classy, drinking scotch and shit. Returning again in the scenic shirt. She's got scenic headshot on. Andrea!
The resident bitch, apparently.
Resident bitch. Oh. You're just bitchy to me. You're just like...
Because it's funny.
It's like punching a child. It's great.
Yeah.
And my name is Lance Bass. No, Michael Crawford! I'm actually saying my name in this episode!
I have a problem if you're Lance Bass. I need to rethink a couple things.
You haven't said your name before?
I don't think so.
I don't think you've ever actually introduced yourself with your own name.
Was that so you couldn't get sued?
No, I didn't.
Thanks. Now I have to be a part of this.
I mean... And it's
You're welcome.
Find me somehow. What we're going to do this week for the game is, I've got a special super secret game. We like to do a little thing on the show called the Hypothetical of the Week. It's at the end of every episode, but what we're going to do on number 50 is called the Hypothetical of the Game!
We didn't discuss this beforehand. Let's try that again.
Let's try it again.
3, 2, 1. The Hypothetical of the Topic! Nailed it. Fucking nailed it.
There we go. Sorry.
What we're going to do is, after every news topic, I have a hypothetical that is about the news topic, and we're going to vote on who wins the hypothetical. Whew. We're going to say Jazz.
Casper.
Also, if you haven't noticed, we have both pretzels and bananas.
Pretzels and bananas, boy, because it's
Combination.
the 50th episode.
Yes, gotta
We're
bring
bringing
back the
back
pretzels
both kinds of foods.
that we've had here.
Both kinds.
I don't think I've had a single pretzel since we stopped having the show.
Yeah, it's a pretzel thing. I understand.
Yeah. Okay. First news topic.
Here we go.
Clerks 3
Yes.
finds financing.
Yes.
Kevin Smith announced on his podcast, one of his many podcasts,
Yeah, right.
the Hollywood Babylon, last week that they have officially gotten funding for Clerks 3. The reason they got it is the interesting bit, though.
Yes.
They got it from his new movie, Tusk. Now, if you haven't heard of Tusk, don't be ashamed. There's not a whole lot of people who've seen it. It was distributed through A24 Studios, and basically it's the story of Justin Long is the main character, and he is a podcaster who podcasts about weirdos, right? He makes fun of them. And he goes to Canada, and he finds this weirdo, and turns out the guy kidnaps him and turns him into a fucking walrus. Surgically turns him into a walrus.
Nice.
It's like a dark comedy version of Human Centipede, basically. Well,
First of all, I just want to make this point. How hard is it to go to Canada and find a weirdo?
Well,
the farther north you go, the weirder they get. I think.
You could throw a stone, right?
Proof.
Yeah.
Rhino.
Proof, Alaska.
Okay.
It's too cold. It's too cold.
That's America, but that's okay.
No.
But
I don't know. Palin might secede at some point.
think about
I
those
figured
people
they would've
with free
gotten
healthcare.
their gas stations, convenience stores, just pulling their money together.
What? Oh yeah, I mean they did. It only released to 600 theaters. Tusk did originally, but it didn't even quite make $1 million opening weekend.
Damn.
Cost $3 million to make, which apparently they paid outright. But they didn't quite make $1 million opening weekend. Yet they garnered financing because of it.
Right.
Here's how it happened,
Go.
and I know how it happened. Before it ever came out, he made the movie, and then he just started showing it to people. And those people in the industry went, "Holy shit! Do you have any other ideas?" And he goes, "Yeah, I got Clerks 3. Do you want to shoot it?"
That's pretty close to probably what happened. I would agree.
I'm
Yeah, I would
Kevin
agree.
Smith.
That's the fucked up part. Is that you cannot. You can no longer sell a movie by saying it was directed by Kevin Smith. You can't do that anymore.
Red State ruined it.
Yeah,
Apparently he burned a shitload of bridges with that movie.
He
No,
actually
that
fucked
was
it up with
Cop
that
Out.
buddy. Yeah, with Cop Out totally
Cop
fucked
Out.
him there. But you know,
Jersey
But-
Girl.
yeah, man, we could go back, couldn't we? But here's the thing. You don't release a movie to 600 theaters thinking it's going to make all of its money back in the first weekend.
No.
Even a $3 million.
Fuck.
That is you get a lot of attention in the big cities. Where they probably made a shit ton of money right off the bat was their distribution deal for digital and VOD and
Whatever that happens.
and rental. Yeah. That's probably a huge thing. And that's probably where I'm guessing that's where the big chunk of money came to do Clerks 3.
There's no doubt in my mind that they will absolutely make a huge profit on this movie at some point. The way this came about was on one of his other podcasts a year or so ago. Kind of made it. A year or so ago, he was talking with Scott Mosier, his production partner, about basically they're spitballing the end of one of the Iron Man movies about how do you make Iron Man a bad guy more interesting? Give him a bigger suit. Iron Man 2, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it turned into this whole thing about what if they turned a guy into a walrus. And he had this epiphany like, nobody's going to make this movie. Shit, I should just make that movie.
Why not?
And then the next day, the day the podcast comes out, he goes, "Okay, we talk about this movie. And he tweets out, "Would you guys be interested in seeing it?" Where did that banana peel end up, by the way?
If you just missed it.
I wish I had a camera there. That shit was funny.
Missed it.
Where can you go? You should probably be nice to chat and not leave that on the floor. Okay, good job.
Yeah,
Because I was going like
50 episodes.
That's like 2 feet. That's literally like 2 feet, and you fucked it.
Didn't effort.
Just punch
You're
him in
the
throat.
least coordinated. Well, he tweets out, "Would you be actually interested in seeing this?" hashtag walrus yes if you would, hashtag walrus no if you would. The next day he wakes up, and it's like 99% walrus yes. And
Why
he's like,
wouldn't you?
well, fuck it, I'll make the fucking movie then. And within 6 months of that podcast coming out, he was on set for the movie.
Yep. Because where he still has cred is with the actors.
Yes.
Actors just want to work with it. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, especially now that he smokes weed. Why would you not want to work with Kevin Smith?
I'd work with Kevin Smith.
Exactly.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I guess my arm can be twisted.
so
This, it's a super interesting story, I think, just the way it's going to come about. And Clerks 3, everybody's going to fucking see that.
well, yeah.
Too.
I mean, obviously.
When it comes to
Really?
DVD.
Not interested in theaters?
You're not a Clerks
I
guy?
saw Clerks 2. Come on.
I like Clerks 2.
Yeah, I mean,
like Clerks 2.
Really? Are you going to
Clerks is-
convince Rosario Dawson to come back for that?
God, I just want her to be in
Yes.
everything, including
will
my
come back.
dreams every night.
She will come back. I mean, Rosario Dawson
think so? Really?
will definitely
I
come
think
back
so.
to that.
I think
Absolutely,
so.
she will.
Do I?
The interesting bit, Tusk is actually apparently the beginning of a trilogy that he's doing.
Why wouldn't you?
But they're like completely disjointed, the three movies. They just have like some characters that sort of overlap.
So the next one's a sea otter?
No, yes. No, the next one is about two ancillary characters in like one scene, and it's his daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter play the two girls in the scene, and it's called Yoga.
Yo Gabba the Guy?
No,
It's like we all went there.
Yoga Scrubs or something like that.
So
But
Harley's going to be in it?
yeah, Harley. And whatever Johnny Depp's daughter's name is, I don't know.
Probably like named after fruit.
But it's basically about two Canadian teenagers that hate Americans, and I don't know. But then the third movie is called Moose Jaws.
There you go.
And it's Jaws with a moose. It's called the Great White North Trilogy, and he's making all these movies. They're already halfway through filming the Yoga, whatever fuck, and
whatever it
they're
is,
gonna they're gonna be done with the Moose one apparently by next year or something like that.
Why wouldn't they?
Maybe we could get a part in that.
You make them super cheap and super fast, and it's Kevin Smith, and he'll have like people. He'll have recognizable name actors. I mean, Johnny Depp is going to be.
Johnny
in this
Depp's
one.
going to be in the second
Right,
one.
exactly. He'll get these big names, and people will watch it. Absolutely.
And
it's kind of unfair. It's what it is.
The DVD
It's
Blu-ray
totally
box
unfair.
set with all three movies. All of his fans are going to buy that whenever that happens. They're going to buy that. He's going to, because of not only his movies, but the giant podcast empire that he holds. Huge podcast
Fan
empire.
base is massive.
Massive. They will buy anything he sells.
Can you hear that, Kevin Smith?
That's right.
Clerks the stage play.
Clerks the
Should
musical.
happen.
Apparently, Clerks 3 was originally just going to be a book. It wasn't even going to be like that was.
Fuck
the
no,
original plan.
Mallrats the musical, because that movie screams out for some
I just
songs.
want Clerks the stage play.
Do you remember that Mallrats was hated by critics when it
Yes.
came out? People hated Mallrats when it came out.
Mallrats is funny.
It's great.
But Kevin Smith apologized for that movie when he.
He's apologized for Tusk so far.
Yep.
Everybody- yeah, I don't think. Actually, I don't think he has apologized. To Tusk.
Stop apologizing.
Yes, just own that shit.
No, he's not apologizing for Tusk. I don't think that's happened yet because he's sort of weirdly proud of. He's like, I'm not making any fucking money in this. Nobody's seeing the fucking movie, but I made the fucking movie I wanted to make.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
See, I was listening to Smodcast back then.
Yes.
And like I remember when they started like pre-production for like Cop Out.
Okay,
And
that was a while ago.
And then, like, when they actually got up to the point it was supposed to be released, did not say a fucking word about that movie. Did not
absolutely
say a word.
Yeah.
Say, Bruce Willis?
I have a pretty good idea what happened on that set, but that's
He has a.
that's another conversation.
He has
Completely.
one of his. Well, it explains it in one of his stand-up talking head shows.
Yeah.
He does this whole thing. I love that one because he's like, I'm not going to be long-winded on all my answers. I'm going to try to get through as many questions as possible. And then the whole thing is one question.
Yep.
No, one guy asks about Cop Out, and he spends the next hour, 2 hours talking about Cop Out.
Exactly. Why not? Why not? You can.
Because he might be one of the most long-winded motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Segues and all that kind of stuff.
Hypothetical.
So in the vein of Kevin Smith's new movie, Tusk,
Hypothetical time.
if you were to make a movie or have a movie made there was a horror movie, but you had to pick an animal that the horror movie was about. What would that animal be? Let's pick a weird one.
I think the answer to this question is quite obvious. The platypus.
God damn it!
The platypus is possibly the weirdest animal ever. Because it's a mammal that lays eggs. It's got a duck's beak and a beaver's body. This is some fucked up shit.
God was drunk that day.
Absolutely. I think more than drunk. I think there was something else going on. He was experimenting with other things too. I mean, God can do that.
I think this would be, a lot of people would die. A sloth.
Ooh!
Attacking the 50-foot sloth.
Yeah, but no, you think it's so cute that you are drawn to it, and then they just like maul.
The sloth got those fucked up like fingernail things, and they're moving all slow.
I'm actually going to give you two answers. I'm going to say emperor penguin. And I'm going to say peacock.
Oh my god, a pequin. A pencock. A pencock.
I like Pancock. I really do like Pancock.
I knew the cock was going to sell that, totally. That's the joke, is the cock. Yeah.
Here's a very
how you win this
successful Chinese pop star named Pancock. And we're making fun of it right now. Dude sold 3 million copies of his last album.
Is that for real? So you're making that up?
I have no idea.
It could very well be real. I have no ididea.
There's
gonna go
over 1 billion dudes in China.
My vote goes to Penguac. Pencock.
Do I get to do mine?
Fine, do yours. Go ahead, do
How
yours.
can you be impartial to this?
Sorry, internet. I almost prevented Michael from answering a question. Go.
From when I was a kid, he kind of freaked me out from Funniest Home Videos. The Jackalope. When you see the Jackalope horror movie, he's like goring motherfuckers.
Dude, yeah.
Doing that weird little voice. And like,
Yeah. I got Jackalope stories, man.
Alright, the Panquack wins!
Pencock wins. Pencock.
Alright, that's 1 point for Walter.
It's hard to say Pencock. Pencock. That's a good one. I like it, though.
It's like somebody trying to sing Bangkok, but they have a weird speech impediment.
I'm
I'm going to Bangkok. Alright,
because it's the 50th episode, Chad put up a score. 1 for Walter. There you go.
No,
We're not going to remember that by the end, but okay.
he will when he hears himself say it.
That's right.
Alright, next news topic. Netflix has signed an agreement with Adam Sandler to make 4 exclusive movies.
Actually, I have a theory.
4.
Does Netflix release like a major news story every week just so we talk about them every week?
Yes. They actually have 2 in this week's podcast.
So you
That would
have
make total
a free
sense.
subscription to Netflix.
I do not. I wish I did.
Why don't you?
I don't know!
Because Netflix.
We had a whole show in which we only
I know.
watched Netflix movies and it never happened.
We love
happened
Netflix.
to that?
But Netflix sucks.
I
But
was
we love you,
invited
Netflix.
once and then never invited back.
We're working on it.
They kind of stopped doing that.
Fuckers.
We're working on it.
Yeah,
All
we're,
right.
we're figuring something out. Dude, 4
right.
people watch those, okay?
Yeah, like 5. Yeah,
I mean,
it was
seriously.
us.
It's like...
He is signed on for 4 movies to star and produce using his Happy Madison Productions company
Makes sense.
in association with Netflix.
I get it.
Comedies.
It looks like it's going to be comedies just based on his attitude and some things he said about it today. Actually, it's Thursday. He said something like, "Well, it was a no-brainer for me because Netflix rhymes with wet chicks." I think that was his quote.
Oh. Well, yeah, I guess.
He probably didn't think about that one for a while. He's like,
just-
what? No, it rhymes with no.
I think this is a good. I think this is a good thing because we're not gonna get like Jack and Jill out of this, okay?
At least we hope not.
And we're not gonna get Punch Drunk Love.
Oh, God.
We're gonna get like because there's not like an exec or a censor leaning over his shoulder from Netflix magically, right?
Can we get Waterboy too?
What Waterboy too?
That's weird.
Or
Waterboy in the
8 Crazy
NFL?
Nights too.
I'd be down with 8 Crazy Nights again. That
Happy Gilmore
Oh
on
my
the
God.
CRPGA.
What was that? What were those 2 horrible movies he did when he got all his buddies together and it was like a
Grown
reunion?
Ups.
Oh,
Grown
Grown
Ups.
Ups. Oh.
They
They made a shitload of money.
We can't make a joke about that because there was a Grown Ups too.
There was a Grown Ups.
There was, there totally
so
was.
we can't make fun of it.
No, those were a bunch of guys getting together and having a good time.
They made money hand over fist on that.
And that's what I worry about that's going to happen here. Depends on how much. Do we know how much Netflix is giving him per movie?
They did not talk about.
Do we know what Kevin James has signed on?
Oh God, I don't know.
If they didn't give him a shit ton of money, what we're going to end up with is him and his buddies getting together and making a movie, which is ultimately what I think like Anchorman 2 was, which was fucking awful. I'm sorry, it was. Anchorman 2 sucked.
Did you like the first one?
Yes, I did. I actually liked the first. It grew on me.
It grew on.
I thought Anchorman 2 was sort of the same movie, just
and maybe that's probably why it sucked. But that was them getting together, going, "Yeah, let's make another one. It's going to be so much fun."
Mm-hmm.
Not actually, let's sit down and make this work. And that's what I fear in a case like that. That it's just going to be Adam Sandler doing a bunch of crazy shit with his friends.
Well, I don't think that and this kind of helps your argument here, but I don't think they're giving him a ton of money. Just because they've already announced that the first one might be out as early as next year.
Wow.
Wow.
And they're still in like pre-production talks.
So they're remaking Joe's Apartment.
Was that him? Was that Happy Madison? Okay. I don't know. Giving him another shot with a reduced amount of money to make the movie, obviously, and no big oversight, I think is a good thing. It gives him a chance to be legitimately that slapstick kind of comedy he used to do. The movies of Adam Sandler that we all genuinely love.
Yeah, right, exactly. You go back in the day and
we love those movies.
Yes.
Yeah,
Punch
Happy
Drunk
Gilmore.
Love, not so much. That's where you lost us. You're not a serious actor.
Right. Well, that's what
he lost me about Spanglish time.
There were parts of Funny People that I really liked, but mostly because
I've done
the comedian thing.
The only part of Funny People I liked was when they were doing stand-up in the movie, and that was them actually doing stand-up for the movie. Exactly. They just recorded it.
There were moments there I was like, ooh, that's
Adam Sandler, you're not a serious
real.
actor. We don't expect you to be.
We don't want you to be.
He should just go back to SNL.
No,
I want him.
That would probably help.
I just want. Honestly, I don't even want him to do movies. I just want him to start making fucking records again. Because his comedy records back in the day, like I lived off of those when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That and Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Bill motherfucking Cosby, bitches.
Two people on the very opposite. If you listen to records, very different what you're listening to.
But if you're a student of humor, that's kind of a nice place to go. Then you got to get Richard Pryor in there too, so you got this sort of triangle of shit.
We saw Bill Cosby.
I saw Richard Pryor when I was a kid. I saw Raw, Eddie Murphy's Raw when I was a kid.
Classic.
That Suits classic. God, I need to get all that suit for Halloween.
They got the red one. It was hilarious. Seen Delirious?
Yeah, Delirious.
Delirious was fucking hilarious.
We're going to be in Miami on Halloween. Sorry.
What?
Yeah. Miami for a honeymoon. Miami.
You guys are
We do.
not this late in the game, sorry.
Yeah. Well, a vacation then.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We've tasted it.
Let's move on to the second hypothetical. If you could give any star a 4-movie deal with Netflix, the same sort of thing. They're going to not get as much money to make movies, but they won't have as much oversight either.
Oh, it's a fascinating
Who do you think would make a great 4 movies if they were just given a small amount of money and they were let loose into the universe? Who do you think would make a great 4 movies?
That is such a cool hypothetical.
Chad's very I love when I make Chad happy with that.
That's so hard and awesome. God. It kind of makes me a little hard thinking about that.
You know who I'll go first. And this is who I came to mind. And it's not a typical celebrity. I want to give Freddie Wong from Rocket Jump, from the Rocket Jump, because their shorts, like the incredible action that they do, and the incredible editing, and they're an internet-based company with like 20 guys that work in the company, and they make some of the most epic, well-edited, well-put-together action shorts. If I could let them do 4 feature-length movies, just give them the money to make 4 features, I would be all about it.
I totally get that. I totally get that. That's cool. Along that same vein, I mean, something I would love to see would be, it would have to be like a collaboration between what I feel are two action superstars, the director John Woo and the actor Chow Yun-fat. Get those two guys and then just let them make 4 films together. Do fucking awesome.
Do a series. Do one of them. Like he's a cop and you do a series. Oh yeah! Fuck
that
yeah!
would be fucking awesome.
I'm voting for him so far. I love you, Freddie Wong. You see that?
That would be.
Chow Yun-fat's getting old though.
Yeah, but he's still cool.
He's
still cool.
There's something about his voice. He's got a real carry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just because of their SNL work together. Andy Samberg and Justin Timberlake.
Fascinating.
I love that!
That could be super fascinating. Yeah.
I love that!
That is good.
I was going to go with like a serious actor, but you win.
I think so.
Andrea.
You still got to hear your choice.
All right, let's see what
I don't even fucking know.
Fuck, that's good. We could a couple of points to this. Justin Timberlake can sort of act.
Yeah. He doesn't suck. He doesn't push me out of the story.
He's really funny.
Yeah, he's really funny.
He doesn't seem like he takes himself too seriously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
exactly.
Sandberg can obviously carry a long form script because he's doing it with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So
well, it's a lot of little scripts put together, but yeah.
Yeah, there's character development.
Yeah,
I'm going
totally.
to go with Lawrence Fishburne. That's who I'm going to go with.
What?
Okay.
Lawrence Fishburne.
What would you?
My point goes to Justin
Yeah,
Timberlake.
point goes there.
That's really good.
Point obviously.
All right, good one. Next up, another Netflix story. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2. The sequel. It's called Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Green Legend. It's going to be directed by Wu-Ping Wen. He's the director of Drunken Master and the stunt coordinator for Kung Fu Hustle and Kill Bill Volume 2.
I love Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu fucking Hustle.
Yeah, that was good.
And Volume 2 was the better of the trilogy. More so. Or the two-a-G.
He is going to be directing Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2.
Kung Fu Hustle?
No, Kill Bill.
Oh, Kill Bill.
And he is going to. Here's the big thing. It's going to come out on Netflix and IMAX the exact same day.
What?
It's going to have a theatrical release and a Netflix release on the same day. Yes.
An IMAX release and a TV release.
That makes a shitload of sense to me.
That is an awesome idea. Yep. That's where it's got to go. Yeah.
The totally average movie theater franchises, the AMCs and stuff like that, Marcus Theaters, they're freaking the fuck out about this. They're like out and out putting out stuff about this movie will not be in our theaters. Because they're terrified.
Yeah, you're right. It's not going to be in your theater. It's going to be on IMAX.
IMAX is like, sure, you're trying to sell this event thing, and it's cute, but you come to IMAX.
Yeah, right. And still, for a movie like that, even if it was an IMAX, because I'm sure they're going to put it in the regular screen too, and it's not going to be just IMAX.
Yeah,
and it'll already be on Netflix.
But if I have an opportunity to see, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2,
it sounds like a porno
on a big screen, it kind of does. It's so true. On a really big screen, I will go pay for that.
The Green Menace.
Sound starring you.
Honestly, I think this is a great gift for Netflix. This is going to be a great gift for IMAX. There's 200 theaters of IMAX in China where Netflix is not. Netflix does not exist in that country, by the way. So IMAX alone, and China's a big.
All that censorship would be hard.
He's a Chinese director.
Yeah, it's important to understand that the first Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was a movie developed for the Chinese audience. Mm-hmm. I think that's number one.
And surprisingly did well here.
Yeah, and it did very well in the United States.
Bring back Stephen Chow!
It did so well here. It's in my head, it's always seemed like a corner post. Like, what year was that?
Fuck, I don't know. Let's consult the interwebs.
It always seemed like it was right about the same time as the Lord of the Rings, right? In my head, that's where.
No, it's earlier than that.
It's early. That's what I thought because in my head it was the beginning of the HD epics that you could go see, like the truly impressive looking epic movies that you could go see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were about subtlety and quietness, and then there was action, and there's.
Ask my phone when it was released.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon release.
You waited too fucking long. Oh, I gotta do it myself.
Motherfucker!
This has got ask my phone.
Where the?
Release date, Crouching Tiger. Shit.
You fucked it up too.
I fucked it up too. That was a release date, Crouching Heights. Release date, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
2000.
2000. All right, you beat it.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2 is coming out
Hidden Dragon was released in the United States on December 8th, 2000.
Thank you, Samsung phone.
Also saying Samsung phone. we've been praising Samsung and poo-pooing on iPhones.
Oh, we should.
Yep.
Recently.
2015 release date projected for Crouching Tiger, Hidden
Wow,
Dragon, the
15
Green Legend.
years between the sequels. Wow.
But see, IMDb says it was released January 12th, 2001. So.
Well, that son of a bitch.
What's the real story here?
Your release might be the Chinese
release.
release.
And so something I did see reminding me of phones is there's a article out that about 2,000 iPhones were contaminated with Ebola.
I saw that.
What? Has nothing to do with our topic, but what?
The Ebola app. Holy shit.
Yeah, they just said like somehow 200 phones got contaminated that were sold on release day.
Some dude in packaging like.
Did they make those?
No, it has to be bodily
Sudan,
fluids. No, it has to be bodily fluids. They had to be like licking the phone.
Oh my god, they were licking the phones.
Somebody in the Sierra Leone was jacking off in their iPhones.
We've tangented. Let's go back.
Tangerine. Beep, beep.
Anyway, yeah, let's go back.
Yeah. Do you think that's a good partnership, first off, IMAX and Netflix? Because I think that even though Netflix gives you all of the comfort of your home, IMAX is still the big enough event that it can still hold its own in that regard. Mm-hmm. That's my call on that.
And the old people are like, finally, something I can see.
Fair enough. Secondly, do you think anybody fucking asked for the sequel?
At this point, no. That was totally somebody's wet dream right there. It's totally somebody's wet dream
Somebody
right
tell me
there.
why Stephen Chow hasn't been anything since 2009.
Probably doesn't want to. Yeah. So
It'll be super interesting to see how that all works financially.
it'll be super interesting for me to see what the production value of that is. Because Netflix TV shows, they have a decent production value for television.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But feature-length films, we haven't started to see them roll out feature-length films.
My guess is that the Netflix thing is a supplement to a budget that was already there, so they're certainly not making it on just money that Netflix.
They're buying distribution rights.
They bought the distribution rights for it. Yep, straight up.
So the question remains: how is Netflix making money?
That's always been kind of my question. I mean, how much money must they be making from subscription?
Well, both the Sandler thing,
that shit.
both the Sandler thing and the Crouching Tiger thing come out in the same week, and they've been talking about over the course of the summer that they're going to start doing feature films exclusives. This feels like the beginning of an era, something that's going to haul people in.
How? I mean, are they just going to have like loads of like sponsorship? You know.
Well, and I asked the same thing about like HBO and Showtime and those guys. I mean,
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2.
The only money that those places are getting are from subscription
Quick
meals.
Get into my Toyota.
So it's like, okay, so
Well, they did raise prices back.
right.
a year
It's
ago.
true, but I mean,
But Netflix.
you
Unlimited.
HBO makes something like
Yeah.
whatever the fuck that show is, the Game of Thrones, right?
Right.
They
Game of
make
Bones.
Game of Thrones specifically hoping to get people to subscribe to HBO as a whole.
They
you
have
can't
merch-
just buy that.
They have merchandising rights though.
Good point. Good point.
They sell a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Show. Because if you look at like a lot of the merchandise and stuff, it's not stuff based on like stuff that George R. Martin's done. It's stuff that's based on
the movie, on the
how
show.
the show
Right,
works.
it's totally true.
Stuff that you can only buy through HBO. They have their exclusive stuff. So yeah, they're making money off that.
Sure, good point.
So, but Netflix.
But Netflix doesn't have that sort of thing.
I haven't seen any Orange is the New Black on
I bet someone's that for Christmas.
I haven't seen it.
Be crazy
Great
eyes.
fucking idea. Let's do that.
Because that TV show made prison look so romantic.
Yeah, right? Really did.
Okay.
Fascinating
So let's
stuff.
move on to the hypothetical.
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 I want you to put together a less asked for sequel. I want you to give me a sequel that even less people want than Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Well, I actually have two. I mentioned one before at
Yes.
home.
Okay.
So
Well, no, give them both.
You gotta give them both.
Battlefield Earth.
What's it called? What's the sequel called?
I don't know.
Battlefield Earth 2?
Battlefield Earth, Battlefield Moon.
No,
There we go.
Battlefield her Travolta's Revenge.
Travolta's Revenge.
Titanic 2. Oops.
This is all about the legal proceedings.
That'd be worse than the fucking original. That'd be more boring than the first one. Oh my god.
You got one, Chad? I got one.
Oh, go.
Okay. Breaking 3. Plasma Chickadee.
Yeah. I will sometimes when I go to a theater, I will ask for a ticket for Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo just to see what kind of reaction that I get. And usually it's this.
Well, generally it's a 15-year-old that, Sir, I don't know what that is.
There's no movie that's like that, sir. Exactly.
Fuck you, teenagers.
Oh, man.
Give us back our youth.
That would be a good one.
What are you doing, Hocus Pocus now? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Put a spell on you.
I'm going to go with a movie that we watched in a different show that Durnk Industries does, called Durnk Movies. A movie called
I think I know this.
Battle Beyond the Stars.
Battle Beyond the Stars.
2.
That's because no one asked for the first one.
True enough. True enough. They did not.
What's the name? What's the tag? What's the name?
I'm looking for that right now.
Battle
as we
Beyond the
speak.
Stars
Battle
2.
Beyond the. It'll be Battle Beyond the Stars. Shit! I got nothing. Come on, you saw it too.
Battle Beyond the Stars.
If we go if we keep with the Star Wars theme, I think that's important. So it's Battle Beyond the Stars, and what's in the middle there?
Ghosts of Rip-Offs Past.
That's a shit.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little long.
Just like a Star Trek movie.
That'll be on the Stars 2 Klingons.
That'll be on the Stars 2. Other guys. from
Battle
Westerns.
Beyond the Stars.
The Klingons.
Whale Savers. I don't know.
Battle Beyond the Stars 2. The Search for Khan.
Let's just mix that shit up. Go.
Since Tom Green hasn't had a
Oh,
reliable
no.
vehicle for quite so many years, I'm going with Freddy Got Fingered again.
Oh! God damn it, you got another fucking point.
that's really good.
That's God damn it. Walter's got 2, man. Well,
Freddy Got Fingered again. The winner. Daddy, would you like some chairs? Daddy, would you like?
Nobody wants that.
The only fucking scene in that movie I remember at all.
Movie.
No, The Room is the worst movie.
The Room is-
Oh no, I've seen The Room.
But-
yes.
Troll
But-
2 is pretty up there too. If you've ever seen
Yeah,
Troll.
that's a good
Also,
point.
Deathbed, the bed that eats people.
2.
Yeah, but
Eating
Freddy Got
people
Fingered was
again.
like-
Or if we can put
Eating
in
Tom
more
Green.
people, that's better.
if we
Here's
can
$10
put in
million.
Patton Oswalt's
Oh my
joke
God,
into this
yeah,
rape
right.
stove, the stove that
That
rapes
rapes
people.
That's a Cards Against Humanity card.
Yeah, we wrote that down. All right, next news topic. Well done, Walter.
Well done, well done.
There are 4 weird TV movies from movie to TV show spin-offs that are in production right now. That are in the works right now.
All right, I got
What
you.
I'm going to do is I'm going to list them, and you're just going to tell me, are you interested in this show at all?
Okay, sounds good.
and why, if you have an
right.
explanation. From Fox, Big The show.
No. Fuck no right now, no.
From the movie Big, starring Tom Hanks.
No. That first, number one, that movie does not hold up.
No.
So the concept
The
itself was
cool
played
piano
out
scene
once,
does.
and it's
The piano
done.
scene does.
Well, yeah, I mean they've even ripped that off in other movies, but that concept cannot hold up now. No,
Really? No, you'd have to have like a flashback scene like every fucking week explaining that he was an adult or he was a kid and he became an adult.
Or it's like an old TV intro where they do the whole explanation at the beginning of every fucking show, and it's like old music or some bullshit.
I was a 10-year-old
Because he's like,
I didn't even watch
getting
50 First Dates.
he's not getting
my
a loft
God, right?
apartment in freaking Manhattan. He's living on the fucking street.
Like they had to do in Quantum Leap at the beginning of every Quantum Leap. Okay, this isn't going to make any sense unless we tell you.
I gotta tell you this, okay? Yeah, right. Exactly.
Child Josh Baxter made a wish on a machine.
All right, so we're universally no. I'm going to go ahead and bet on no.
Yeah,
all
that's
of these,
no.
probably. From the WB, Rush Hour.
No.
The
No.
show.
No.
Bill Lawrence from Cougar Town, Scrubs, and Spin City, the showrunner on all of those shows, by the way, is heading this project to make a 1-hour pilot for Rush Hour, the TV show.
That's just a horrible idea.
No, you should just go to Manhattan and get a little like video cam during rush hour.
That's the show.
Yeah, that's the show.
That was fascinating.
No one's. There's no news outside of Bill Lawrence.
That's a bad idea. Because let's face it, that series of films was a vehicle to put Jackie Chan together with
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker and some crazy shit to happen.
Jackie, what you doing?
Right? If Chris Tucker isn't saying crazy ass shit and Jackie Chan isn't doing fucking just crazy ass stunts, there's no point. There's no point.
He's like a and I'm like, oh, yo. he had the craziest screech voice. So no.
But I loved him in Fifth Element.
Yes.
So
You could have pretty much just said anything the CW was doing.
Can I say something right quick?
You can.
I don't like the ending of Fifth Element.
The ending?
Love the
That's
movie.
fine.
Don't
Yeah.
like the ending.
I totally get it.
You don't like him making out with Lilo in the fucking container?
No, not that part. Just how there's like, oh, it's over. Oh. They're making out now.
Yeah, right.
End of
There you
movie.
There we go. I guess it's over. We can go home
It
now.
was a happy ending.
And there is
for
no
him.
wrap up with Chris Tucker's character.
No,
he just
no,
walked
he
away.
just walks
Right,
away.
it's a happy ending for him.
It's true.
Oh! That was an orgasm joke, people.
It was a splooge joke.
Oh!
Damn it, that was a
I don't make
missed
dirty jokes. Okay.
You do, actually. These next two are both from NBC.
Okay.
Real Genius, the show,
No.
from writers Greg DeGrigio, who co-showruns Workaholics on Comedy Central, and David King from Parks and Rec.
Okay.
They're working on the half-hour Real Genius.
Wow.
So they're trying to capitalize on the Big Bang.
They're trying to do some kind of, Big Bang.
That was my initial
thing,
thought, yes.
and yeah, that's...
Okay.
I mean, they're real far behind on that, by the way.
And again, you're talking about a movie that is iconic not because of the screenplay or the plot it's iconic because that's shit.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. That's like that, to me. That's the Val Kilmer I love. Is that Val Kilmer?
I don't know. I kind of like old Val Kilmer.
I like the
That
Soul
guy
C.
is-
Val Kilmer.
Now there was a stretch of stuff in there.
Kiss,
you're
Kiss,
just like,
Bang, Bang?
Again.
Come on.
And that's him coming back to that kind of character. So no.
That's the only one I'm interested in. Of all, if I have to pick one of the four, that's the only one I'm technically.
You watch the
okay.
pilot and you tell me.
If
it makes the pilot.
That's true.
And next up, also at NBC, Problem Child, the television show.
Oh my God! Didn't they already do that?
I think they did that already.
That's most shows. They try it with most
I
shows.
think they did that already.
Yeah, they did that in like in the
That's a cool
90s.
shotgun.
Maybe,
I like it.
maybe in the 90s. I think I remember that being a thing.
Probably. The movies were 90 and 91. Starring John Ritter.
John Ritter is rolling over in his grave right now because those movies were that awful.
Now he's boinking Marilyn Monroe. It's only to a script commitment at NBC too.
Okay.
This might be the lowest.
Really?
Whew, all right. Oh,
Well, it was a cartoon.
I think we.
That
can-
whole
there you go.
no that those movies only worked because that kid was so good.
Yeah.
He never did anything after that, really. But those movies were only so good because that kid was so good. Now, granted, maybe they get lucky and they find just an amazing kid and the writing is great.
Maybe.
But those two things absolutely have to fall in line for that show to be anything at all.
Yeah, but a lot of that shit they did in that fucking movie would just be like, they'd be losing their fucking lunch right now.
Yeah. They can't do most of that stuff, but no.
I don't know, on a cable station.
I'm going to go ahead and say no on all of them.
Yeah, that's a big fucking no.
But if you had to pick one, what's the one you would?
Yeah, you're right. If I had to pick one to see, it would be the Real Genius.
Real
one,
Genius.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of them are just bad ideas all across the board. Andre's like, fuck it. I think I know what the hypothetical is going to be.
No.
Well,
you might be close.
All right.
The hypothetical for this round is if you had to pick one TV show to watch forever, you can only watch that one show. What is it? God. And why? It's more important.
I hate a world where you would just make me watch one show.
Yeah, it's like a special version of hell that you have to go
shitty
to.
ass world. It's true.
Okay, let's pick a year.
Twilight Zone.
Let's do a year.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. Okay, why? Just the variety and shit they cover?
Variety, man. It's a great fucking show, man. I mean, Star Trek Next Generation, I could probably watch that for a whole year.
It'd probably take me.
Yeah.
No, Twilight
Zone. Great. That is a really good question. I don't know if there's
Yeah, let's shorten it down to a year. Not the rest of your life.
Oh, well then Twilight Zone The Next Generation. I've pretty much already seen those, but then I could, catch up. Because there's a good, 300 episodes there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you pick something with a really long fucking
shelf life so you don't have to watch it.
That's my thought exactly, and I'll go ahead and do mine. Mine is One Piece, the anime. I picked that because they're still coming out with it.
Wow.
And they're up to like 890 episodes or something like that.
How long are they?
Huh? Half hour.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anime, that's an awesome pick. I'll give you that.
I'm not particularly interested in that anime. I've watched a few episodes. I'm not particularly interested. But the fact of the matter is, the story just keeps going, and you can just fucking keep watching it.
Exactly.
Mine would be two as well. One you could probably guess.
What? No.
Wonder Years.
Go ahead. You gotta say it out loud.
Whole life.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. Yes.
And then just
that's a good one. That's got a million episodes.
Or the Investigation Discovery Channel. Just the whole channel.
Can you pick a whole channel? That's kind of cheating.
It's kind of cheating. So your answer is The Simpsons. Your answer is The Simpsons.
We'll go with The Simpsons.
Actually, I think hers is winning right now for me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But I'm dead last right now.
That's pretty good. If I wanted
I'll give her the point.
If I wanted to annoy Michael, it would be Thundar the Barbarian. Because in the year 2002, a meteor hurtled between the Earth and the Moon, unleashing cosmic destruction. But a million years later, the Earth was reborn. A world of savagery, super science and sorcery. But one man breaks his bonds to fight for justice. With Ulfgled the Mock and Princess Ariel, he rides the plane with his fabulous sun sword. He is Thundar the Barbarian!
I was just going to ignore him.
I'm in, buddy. Episode 50. I love it.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
He's lying.
How great would it have been if I knew the whole thing and just started doing it?
That would have been pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm not that good at this.
You're like, no.
I didn't know how I didn't see that coming.
There you go.
No, but if you had to pick a real one.
Yeah, if I had to pick a real one, Simpsons was on my radar. Definitely, that's a great one.
It's got 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with MASH.
That's a very good one.
Because I can still sit down and watch MASH.
There's a lot to unpack in a lot of those episodes too. It's not like it's a one each. Those episodes aren't a one watch sort of thing. The same with Twilight Zone, actually. Why I give you a lot of credit for that. You don't just watch it once. You watch it a few times and slowly unpack what's going on.
Exactly. And I would go so far as to say too that I think, for going back to the topic, MASH is one of the few shows that worked going from a movie to a TV show.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a cookbook!
Same with The Simpsons. The Simpsons movie was pretty good.
Simpsons movie was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I was surprised the shit out of me because they were like.
That was in their low point.
Yeah.
Probably because they were putting all their ideas
exactly.
in the movie.
They were working too hard on the movie. Exactly.
They've been working on that movie for an amount of time. And
Yes, they were.
actually, I think the Simpsons people give it a lot of shit, but I think it's like SNL. I think like every third or fourth episode's genuinely funny, and its longevity is the thing that's the great thing about it.
Did you watch The Simpsons?
I did not.
No, we're waiting for Hulu Plus to unlock it. So.
Was it? Did you see it?
You'll just be sitting there.
No, I'm going to watch. I'm absolutely going to watch that though. But I don't. There's something about the animation when I watch the trailers for that, like the commercials for that. That it's because it's not the same kind of animation, but it's the Family Guy animation. Those characters didn't make it.
I missed you.
I
shot blind
in the Simpsons world, and there's something that looks wrong to me. Like you can tell that they animate at different frames per second. You can see that, and it just looks it looks unhinged. They both look unhinged, and they have to animate the Family Guy characters at the same frame per second as they would for their show, or else they will look different on the Simpsons show. So it's a layered over different frames per second animation than the background, and it looks very fucking strange to me.
I want to see the Futurama, Simpsons, Family Guy.
Yeah, that one's coming soon.
All three of them?
Yeah. No, but there's a Futurama Simpsons one.
No, I want Simpsons, Family Guy, Futurama.
Stuck them all together.
Yeah, stick them all together.
There you go.
Seth MacFarlane would do it.
Yeah, totally.
Matt Groening and Seth MacFarlane just need to get in a room and go, yeah, I'll do it.
My defense is get Homer or Fry and Peter in a conversation and hit go.
And just nothing happens for a half an hour. Nobody cares because they're shitting themselves.
All right, who wins that one? That was
I don't know. That was a really good one. I'm gonna let's do a round robin vote. Who's your vote?
If you can't vote for myself, I'm gonna go with Simpsons.
Can't vote for yourself.
Can't vote for yourself.
Okay, I'll vote for you then, Walter. Because I think that's a very good answer. Twilight Zone's a very good answer.
Yeah, it is.
So what happens is the tie.
Why, do you want to vote for Twilight Zone?
I don't know what to vote
2
for.
points, baby.
Okay.
Boom!
We're splitting it up. 0.5 each.
All right. Seriously, 0.5?
Damn straight.
That's 2.5.
Future Chad's in charge.
1.5.
Next news topic. Last news topic.
All right.
Windows 10. I want to talk about Windows 10. First off, okay, here's what's up. Microsoft unveiled a new operating system by the name of Windows 10 this week. And it's kind of meh based on what it looks like. But here's the weird bit. They skipped Windows 9.
Yep.
Aren't they just counting Vista as 9?
Windows 8 is the current version of Windows. There is no Windows 9.
Vista was officially 6-ish.
Oh, okay.
There is no Windows 9.
That's because they're calling whatever they called 8.1. They're looking at as a full release instead of as an upgrade.
No, I figured it out. I actually figured this out.
Okay, go.
Once in a long while on this show, I go full report, and I actually did it.
You dug this shit in there. Good job. Do the thing.
If you go into the actual Java, the coding script for Windows, if you go into that, and the old versions, the old programs that used to run on different, multiple OSs, multiple.
Hardware configurations.
OS. That's what I mean. Operating systems. If you go into that, the script for Windows 95 and Windows 98 was made lazily. Mm-hmm. And anytime that it would check if a program could work for that, it would just check for Windows 9.
Oh. There you go.
They can't make Windows 9 because their former programmers were lazy and didn't just have it look for Windows 95 or Windows 98. It had to look for Windows 9.
I mean, the Y2K problem happened because of lazy programming.
Yes.
People just didn't figure, well, it's $8.99.
What it comes into me is, in the 90s, they had no idea that they were going to start numbering their operating systems. Mm-hmm. They didn't plan ahead.
Yeah, they didn't.
So they didn't think at some point there would be just a Windows 9.
Windows ain't going to be along for that long. That's
Windows Sport.
Why would that happen?
Or they assumed it would be named after the year, like that it came out as it was previously.
There you go. Windows 2015.
Yes. And so Windows 9 whatever wouldn't happen for 100 fucking years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true enough.
So it's the reason that they skipped Windows 9, I truly believe this, is lazy programming from Windows.
Yep.
Lo and behold, their programming is back! First off, Windows 8 is fucking awful.
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 Windows 8 is they this is going to sound weird, but they kind of took an Apple model in there. They were going to go, we're going to tell people how to compute. We're going to tell people how they're supposed to use their computer. You have to do it like this.
Yeah.
That's why I hate Apple.
I had to download my start button, Windows.
Exactly. Why do you
Took it away.
Why do you take away a start button? Whose idea was
I
that?
was so used to it.
Fire that guy. Fire him.
To be fair,
That guy gets fired.
for Windows 10, they did bring back the start button.
Of course.
Of course they did.
They also are still doing the multiple Windows snap Windows thing.
Shit.
It looks, honestly, it looks like they just finally blended 7 and 8.
Just give my
Right.
fucking
And they made it
desktop back.
And that's the thing. You should have a choice on whether or not you can boot directly to your regular desktop or that, whatever they call them, the panes or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what they call. What do they call that? Anyway, the
snap
Crackle pop.
panels.
the
snap
panels or whatever. And the panels are kind of cool in a
Okay.
tablet-y, sort of touchscreen-y kind of social media kind of way. They're okay. But
the
if you wanna do
reason they do that because they're doing it for tablets, they're doing it
Yeah,
for Xbox, they're doing
absolutely,
it for
absolutely.
phones.
One system.
If
every
you're
unit.
gonna touch the screen, it makes a lot of sense. But if you're doing productivity stuff, it was awful.
It didn't work.
It was bad.
Anyway. Also, Windows 8 is the most buggy piece of shit.
Yeah, totally true.
And we'll get all of the viruses.
Internet notice we are picking on Windows as well as Apple. So Samsung, we don't pick on Samsung because they're awesome.
Well, but Windows doesn't make phones that big.
True enough. They do not.
Call back up top.
Yeah.
They released this whole thing on September 30th. The outcry started immediately. The big thing that they talked about here's this. When people asked them why they called it Windows 10, they're like, we didn't need 9. We thought 10 was a full number that expressed the fulfillness that we have in the system.
That's a shitty ass marketing department doing stupid ass shit.
It's so
Well, yeah. Can you imagine having to be the person that had to spew that shit out? Like,
vomit that garbage.
You're like
You're
reading.
like, here's my teleprompter. You guys can see that I'm supposed to say this.
You have to think about how many zeros are on your check as you're fucking saying it.
Yeah.
He's whoever said it's there with their significant other.
I'm
the night
getting
before
paid
going,
for that? Great.
What the fuck
yes.
is this shit? Exactly. That's just.
Can I be drunk for
We
this?
didn't
'Cause I
know
don't
needed
know.
a Windows 9.
Here's
fucking
what,
really?
here's my next hypothetical. It's in the vein of sequels again.
Dig it.
I
Sequels.
would like you to rename a sequel that have a worse name than Windows 10. Keeping in mind that they skipped a whole iteration of Windows. a sequel that already exists.
Okay. It has to exist. Okay, that's tough.
That's the difference between the previous one and this one.
Gotcha. Because I mean, ultimately, if we're talking software, it's a new iteration of something that has existed. So there's supposed to be some differences to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was going along the lines of what kind of if there was a new version of, say, toilet paper.
Yes.
What would we call that? What would make it like worse than just calling it toilet paper?
So we're renaming.
Less sandpaper 2.0.
There you go.
Excrement absorber.
That's good. That's nice.
And
I
on
like
a
that one.
product, you're making
Oh, of a product.
something. It doesn't have to be,
It can be a movie, it can be-
anything.
Be anything.
Be anything.
Like
just a fucking shitty ass.
like Kool-Aid coming out with Kool-Aid 2.0, but calling it diabetes water.
That's a very good one. I think you should stick with it. Unless you got something else.
I'm going to
brewing.
stick with that one because that was pretty good.
God, but I had one and I didn't write it down. as per usual.
Man.
How about the Apple Galaxy S6?
That was so many things. I had to think about that. There's so many things.
Wow.
They're working in this universe, in this perfect universe where they're all working together.
No, they've just stolen everything that she's done at this point. They're not even trying to deny it anymore.
That'd be like trying to come up with that's similar to coming up with a name if Google, Amazon, and Apple and IBM all became one company. What would that be? Amagoo.
Mine's a political party.
Uh-oh. Go for it.
Nazis too.
Dig it. Bring it.
This time, we're cool.
They weren't actually called. The party wasn't actually called the Nazi Party.
You ruined my joke.
It was like the International Socialist Workers Party or something like that. Anyway,
Use your big boy voice, man. We gotta get
Big Daddy don't live in this world no more.
You got one?
I can only think of Surge 2 melanoma juice.
Fuck! Alright, that was pretty good.
She's good.
We're getting wrecked, man.
Yeah, well, you know.
You're too close to it.
Might as well get wrecked.
Alright, you got one? Walter? No? Oh, you did your Galaxy phone, right?
Yeah, it's going to be the
Never mind.
Apple Galaxy S6.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
sorry. I'm voting for Andrew.
Yeah. I came in a close second, but I couldn't do that. That's good.
That's
There
a
you go.
tie.
Anyone-
That's a tie right
now
now.
you guys are tied with 2.5 points apiece.
And we're tied at
That's true.
0.
That's true.
It's
0 points.
I'll take the draw.
No points.
Yeah.
Isn't it apt that the two people who have done the most are fucking failing?
Yeah, man. Total failure.
Failing! We're the worst.
I will take the draw, Andrea.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to indie
Difference
picks
is
for this
we're
week.
Indie picks! Oh,
Indie picks for this week. You have one. I know you have one.
I have a holdover indie pick from last.
Yes, that's why I know you have one.
Yeah, from last episode, and let me pull this up. And it's been around for a long time. I make movies and shit, and this is a great website for people who are interested in the filmmaking process. It's called theblackandblue.com.
Oh.
It is a blog by a. Let me see if I can pronounce this guy's name right. Let me pull it up here real quick. Sorry, his name is Evan Luzai. That's the way you pronounce it. Evan Luzai, and he is a camera assistant. There's nothing to look at there, but he's a camera assistant on what I would consider B-level films. And this blog is all about his experiences on set. He's got cool, nifty little tricks of the trade, like the best ways to slate or to carry shit, or how to the proper etiquette on a set. And then he's got these awesome stories of just shit going totally wrong, which is fantastic. I mean, if you're going to learn something, read something about how shit just totally failed, right? And go, I'm not going to do that shit. But it's a great website. Check it out, theblackandblue.com. Sign up. You get a newsletter every week. It's fucking awesome. If you're a filmmaker, you need to be part of that.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll look
It's
that
very
up.
cool.
Sure. Mine this week. Do you guys have any?
No.
I wasn't aware of this.
Okay.
God damn it.
Nobody watches the show.
I just discovered Twitter.
My indie pick for this week is a video on YouTube, and it's called Animator vs. Animation 4. IV. Yeah.
Dig it.
It's if you want to look it up, you can find it on youtube.com/NOOGAI89. It's a guy by the name of Alan Becker, and he's been an animator for a long time, and he's a professional animator, and he gets a lot of professional work, but he has a YouTube page that he posts just, and before that was Newgrounds. But it's a 13-minute animated video, incredibly. It tells a story of he's one of the guys who used to do the old stick figure fighting stuff on Newgrounds. He's one of those guys. But it tells the story of one of those stick figures coming around and fighting for his freedom, and then they become friends. The stick figure teaches him how to animate properly. And it's an incredibly great short film.
Nice.
Only about 13 minutes long, super interesting. You can check it out on his YouTube page, or you can check it out on his website, alanbecker.net.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Promote the arts.
Now, how do we end the show now? Because we already did.
Well, even though we did the game, we can still do the thing we like to call the hypothetical of the week.
Part 2.
It's like an angel singing.
It's at the end of the show. 50th episode. I thought we were doing a thing.
We're not.
Okay. Oh, I feel awkward now.
All right. I'm excited for a couple of TV shows that are coming out in the fall season. 2 of these shows are Arrow and Flash that are hitting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for Arrow because I liked Arrow season 1 and season 2. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited for Flash because I liked Arrow.
I get it.
However, I watched the trailer for Flash recently, and it shows one particular shot where this guy, he's on his bicycle and he gets hit by a taxi, and he's flying over the taxi, and Flash grabs him in midair and brings him down and saves him. Right. That would split him in half. If he was moving at that speed and put his arm up and grab the guy, he would just split in half and explode.
Physics don't apply to superheroes. Do you not understand?
What if they did? I want you to tell me what the single accidentally deadliest superpower is. Right? Like, there's a superhero out there, and just on accident, they murder thousands
Of people,
all the time.
Yes.
What is that superpower?
What?
Go
with yours, yeah.
My
We
first
gotta
go-to
deep
was
into
Charles Xavier. Charles Xavier from X-Men. The most powerful, it's telepath. No, telekinesis is when you move shit with you. He's a telepath. The most powerful telepath on the planet ever in that universe. And the thing is, I started thinking about, what if he had a nightmare? Or what if he woke up with a headache? Mm-hmm. Or what if somebody jump scared him, right? Like it's Halloween and somebody doesn't know who he is and jumps at him.
Everybody dies.
How often would he just make people have aneurysms? Not just like immediate surroundings. He's the most powerful. He can reach mutants on the other side of the planet. What if he sneezes while he's in the thing that makes him so he can see anybody on the planet?
Oh, see that.
What if he does that? Does everybody fucking die? Because that's my question.
That is totally...
That was I truly believe he would accidentally, he would be in that, what was that called? What's that called, Walter? Help me with that. The helmet thing.
Yeah,
Cerebro.
Cerebro, there you go.
What would happen if he's in Cerebro and Rogue thought she was being funny one day and went, and he just, and just fucked. Like, everybody just forgot the 3rd grade and their nose started to bleed. Everybody!
Yeah. I mean, I think you chose the ultimate. There's nothing more dangerous.
Well, maybe nothing happens. His brain just explodes. And it's
we don't know. Maybe he's so good that, he protects him. Is there anybody who's just like...
I don't know. Superman with a fucking head cold would be pretty fucking dead.
He sneezes eye lasers?
Sneezes eye lasers, fucking... frozen breath.
But that's still yet to be in sort of the immediate proximity.
Ice Age.
I mean, you're right. Professor X, that dude could be across the fucking world.
If he's in Cerebro. If he's in Cerebro.
But even out of it, you don't have to be in line of sight for him to fuck you up. I mean...
You don't have to be in line inside of Superman for him to fuck you up. That eye lasers don't give a shit.
You could probably say the same thing about Magneto then, because if he gets jump scared, suddenly like buildings fucking are pulled down on top of people.
You all of a sudden just skyscrapers crumple like tin cans.
Reference to our car conversation. Hulkita.
She-Hulk. Her name is She-Hulk in the Marvel. Yes.
Yeah.
We did a D&D type game for a while where we had superpowers. And hers was Hulkita. A Hulk-esque character with a drinking problem.
I picked up a house and threw it at somebody.
My character was not that good in comparison. My character was not.
But my answer would still be Hulk.
Hulk?
Yeah, Hulk can fuck some shit up.
He's always angry, apparently.
No,
he actually could just...
Honestly, he couldn't have a single end table as an entire house. I'm serious. He stubs his toe one goddamn time. The entire state's dead.
Rampage.
He kills the
building
city.
goes down. Yep. See, you can't do that shit. You can't do that shit. Man.
You got one?
Dude, I had the Superman thing.
Superman. Okay, Superman. Your last one.
Magneto. He said Magneto.
He said Magneto.
I said Magneto. I'll go with that one. I mean, yeah, that's a great. I mean, every single superhero. There's something about if something went horribly wrong in their day, someone could die.
So what's the max level that you think nothing really could go wrong? What's the max level? In my mind, it is Arrow. He's just a dude that shoots arrows really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Scarlett Johansson's character.
Black Widow.
Black
Yep.
Widow.
Hawkeye, Green
Still got a
Arrow.
cool thing, yeah.
These are all just people that are super
These are
skilled.
kind of ancillary stuff.
Iron
Yeah,
Man.
just like regular people that do cool things.
Really, Thor doesn't do much except.
Yeah, but what if Iron Man got malware? I have a feeling that wouldn't
Batman.
happen, but it's possible.
Spider-Man could probably accidentally fuck some shit up. That's a good one.
Spider-Man does accidentally fuck shit up because Marvel's better. Like poor Gwen Stacy.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Very good.
Bye!
Thanks for coming to our 50th episode. If you'd like the 50th episode, put some stuff down there. We'll be back with some special episodes later. We are going to be back next week with a very, very special episode.
It's not that special. Don't worry about it.
Super duper special episode.
It's helmet special. Bye! Love you. Remember, hang out with your friends, play games, look up cool stuff, have fun!
Have fucking
Fun!
fun! Bye, everybody. I'll see you guys later. I'll miss you and stuff. And I gotta turn shit off now.
Roxanne!
You don't have to put out a red light.
Roxanne! Yeah, I don't care if it's wrong or if it's right! Roxanne! You gotta
I
do
can't
better.
hear you over how awesome I am.
Roxanne! Everybody lost it.
He'll lose his voice. That's good
That
with me.
didn't work as well as we hoped it would work.
Or at all.